Hey everyone, Emma here. I thought I would do a quick video to show you how I am going to do a journal entry using my Inscribe pastels I bought off Amazon. Someone asked me the other day in a message how I used them, and I said I'd try and do a little video. Hopefully it will work, and you'll have an idea of how I actually use them. I don't do anything special as such, but I know it's just sometimes nice to watch a little video and see what others do to help us feel like, oh, actually, yes, I could do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to journal a little entry for Isaiah 43, 9 to 10. It was a design I was inspired to do last night while I was praying and worshipping. Most of you or some of you will know I actually enjoy doing all my designs digitally on the computer and using them as tracings to go in my Bible. I'm not ashamed to admit I am not the best drawer in the world, but give me a computer and I can happily sit for hours with my worship music designing something and creating something which I will then use in my Bible and stuff. So anyway, moving on. Before I start with the pastels, what I have done first is I have prepped my page with some clear gesso. When I prep my pages, I like to prep the front and back because that's my personal preference. I find it works best for me, and I just use a paintbrush to apply it on. I know some people use this like a sponge or a credit card, but it's up to you, it's your personal preference. And I just simply use my trusted hairdryer on a low setting to dry it, and then it's all ready to go. So, taking my pastels, I am going to show you how I create the backgrounds I like to create on them. As I say, I don't do anything special. So I normally just put a bit of paper here to cover this page up so it doesn't get covered in the chalk or dust from it. And I normally just use a laminated sheet pocket, to go there, because I haven't got a craft mat thing I've seen people use. I just use what I could find in my cupboards. Right, so I am going to do some blue and greens, I think, for this one. So all I simply do is I take my chalks and I give it a good rub on the page where I want them, like so. Let's just do that a bit more. And then I take some tissue and I just simply rub them in and blow. What I will do is I like to hold that in there so it doesn't get on the page, and I can get into the crease as much as I can get. So obviously I just flip the tissue around for each colour that I'm blending, and keep just blowing away the residue. So there we go. So that, as I say, I don't do anything overly special, as you can see. It's just simply taking the chalks or pastels and just quickly rubbing them in and creating a nice coloured background. And the reason why I like using these pastels to create nice coloured backgrounds is I am very fussy. I don't like to cover the words in my Bible. I like to be able to read them. I mean, again, that's all personal preference. Some people don't mind, some people do mind. But I like to be able to know that I can come to my Bible, and where I've journaled, I can still see my words. It's just, I'm a fuss pot. So this is nearly finished. So I just finished rubbing it in and blending it. Excuse me, sorry everybody. I am still, or I've come down with another bit of a cold. I seem to keep picking them up. So that is my background. I'm quite happy with that. I'm just going to keep giving it a nice big smooth over. And I am very happy with that. There we go. So that's my background. And as I said, I can see the words. I'm very happy. Obviously, when you do use pastels or chalks or something, you do need to set it so it doesn't smudge and smear onto the next page. And I simply just decided one day to try some hairspray, which I buy from my local shop for £1, and I thought, I wonder if that would work to seal it. So obviously it does work, so I again just quickly place that there, give my page a nice spray with hairspray, and I do get my hairdryer on a low heat and just give it a quick blow from a distance to help it dry. And right, and then I will take my tissue and just give it a little bit of a dab. And as you can see, it should be nice and sealed. No marks or pastel residue on there, like that. And I also just like to doubly make sure. I will take my bit of paper and I will just close my Bible, give it a good press against the paper, like that. So that is my background, and like I said, I didn't do anything special. It was just simply rubbing the pastels on and smoothing them in with some tissue and using the all-important hairspray to seal it. Moving on to the design I'm going to put in. As I already mentioned, it's one I've done on my computer. I do most of mine on the computer. I print them off and I do trace them into my Bible. I do these as free downloads on my website. There are about 5 different files with different bookmark designs on that people can download for free. I will add the link to my website down in the description for this video. So if you feel you want to have a look and see if there's any resources you want to download and use, you can. Now you could choose to just colour this in and stick it in your Bible like this, or you know what I do, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, is I fit it underneath my page and I do trace it in. What I do is I use a light box. Obviously I'm not going to trace this in now, or you'll be sat here all day waiting for me to do it, but obviously, as you can see, because I've journaled or done a coloured background on my page, I can't quite see the design to trace it in, whereas if I did it on this page you could see it really well. So what I do is I would put this onto my page, and what I do is, I can't do it now to show you because I'm using my iPhone to record this video. What I do is I've got a cheap container from my Chinese takeaway, and I put my mobile phone inside and put the lid on, and I simply place it on there, and the light will shine through from the torch that you have on your iPhone. So obviously, I forgot to say, I switch my torch on and place it in the box, and it will shine through, and I'm able to trace my design through. So anyway, I hope that little video gives you a good idea of how I do my backgrounds with my pastels, and maybe some people might feel inspired to use them and create some nice coloured backgrounds for their Bible journaling. But obviously will be a link to my group as well, that you can join, and you might want to pop on and maybe see if you can spot the finished journaling entry, because I will share it in there. Anyway, take care everyone, God bless, bye.